Let's see. Okay, make any noise? Okay, the microphone is working. We're right in business, and I have my cup of coffee. Hope everybody's having a great day. A wonderful, awesome Sunday. We just had an awesome, powerful Sunday worship. I thought our Bible study class was amazing. I mean, we have a very large group. We have 4 classrooms, and we have the largest class with the most students. And it's just been amazing. Our worship service at church, at Chesterfield Baptist Church, totally amazing today. You have to watch the video to understand. If you'd like to see what I'm talking about, let me know, and I'll share the link to the church YouTube page where you can see it. I'll send it directly or through Facebook. But anyway, guys, my package has arrived. And what's in it? Volume 3. Volume 3. Chesterfield County, Virginia Career Guide, Volume 3. Now, Volume 2 is supposed to be in here first, but somehow shipping got a little quirky. So it'll be here tomorrow. Okay? So this is Volume 1. This is Volume 3. Tons of information, comprehensive guide. It is anyone, I mean, we all can be interested and excited about love books, excited about novels, and maybe some bibliography. But what about a book that will guide you into success, or someone in your family? I mean, can any of you share a time where you have no clue what you want to do? All you know is, I graduated from high school and I got to get a job. Or I'm not interested in the military, but I still want to get a job. Mom, I want to go to college, and I'm not sure which college degree or what university I want to attend and what career I want to be involved where I can obtain good income and a long-term retirement in the near future. And I'm quite sure, those questions has crossed your mind, because it has crossed mine. I mean, you're looking at a man who has served in and out of active duty, between active duty, reserve, Air Force, Army, and Air Force, Air National Guard, in that many order, plus to chaplaincy and all the MOSs and AFSCs, just to try to figure out what's for the future, preparing myself for the future. Went to college, then went to seminary, went back to certification school to prepare myself beyond now, up to this point. Because job markets are one of those things that we don't understand. And if we don't understand what is required for success in those careers, or maybe start your own, we're pretty much, a boat without a paddle, spinning in the whims of the current, if I may. So the Lord led me to start with this book. Now, the first book I put together had over researching and time and lots of hours and no sleep. Took me over to like 1,700 pages, and I realized I got to divide these up into volumes, which I have. Volume 1, again, covers a lot. We talked about it last video. This is Volume 1. Same title, same name, available, Volume 1. It's an awesome book. It covers some great details. Some of you may be in the career mode, and I'll just read off a little bit here, some of the jobs, some of the opportunities. It talks about, in detail, about Chesterfield County. Why did I chose Chesterfield County? You're from Petersburg. Because Chesterfield County is one of the most, at least the most industrialist, the most opportunity, most growth within the Commonwealth of Virginia, okay? And it has proved that it's still growing. We have a new hospital being built. We have a new emergency room being built. Bon Secours, matter of fact. We have industry, artificial intelligence. They need people. You know, someone with a background with AI, and I'm going to be specific, with computer science or software development, which allows AI to work, which is the bones and the brains of it, earn up straight out of college $150,000 on up. Depends on your skills and your certification and experience. But you come out of college knowing AI and you know how to do software development and you already know how to create that brain to do self-learning, machine learning, then, I mean, companies will pay for that. Right now, internationally, we're in competition for AI. So that means this is the proper time for someone to go into the computer science field, specifically in artificial intelligence machine learning. I'm gonna be honest with you. Get in position now or be left behind. So here's some of the jobs. And there, like I said, great demographic. This is a great strategic location of Chesterfield County. Great location for everyone. Let me go ahead and do something real quick. I'm going to share this link, this video, because everyone deserves an opportunity to know what they have available, especially those soldiers who, and airmen and Marines, Coast Guard, those who leaving military service and looking to go into the business sector, looking to go into the industry related to their FSC or MOS, if I may, or other skill level. I mean, if you're serving in the Navy, there's an opportunity for you. And so I just want to get it out to my fellow veterans as well, because it was me. It was me. I just want to make sure I cover some details. Okay, I already shared that everywhere. So in volume 1, it covers, I'm going to give you 3 points. Part 1, it talks about Chesterfield County as a whole, at glance, in the surrounding Richmond area. Part 2 covered healthcare careers. Part 3, information technology. How many of you are in information technology in the military? How many of you are in information technology through the federal? I have known people, when I used to work in the Federal Bureau of Prison, the federal government, Bureau of Prison, okay, correction. Guess what? They got IT people working on those servers and keeping that network within the institution working, and our security system working in the institution and within the institution. That means they got clearance. That means they have skills. That means they have credentials. Okay? Some of you guys may be working for a huge conglomerate. Could be Boeing, could be Amazon, could be the Department of the Air Force, could be the White House, could be Secret Service. There's all because a Secret Service agent, not all jobs are just for a Secret Service agent. You can work at IT within the FBI. You can work at Department of Health and Human Services and be a information technologies IT professional. So the opportunity is worldwide if you want it. Okay? We got engineering careers. And I had to find out, and working as a civil engineer, I learned quite a bit about engineering. There's so many things within this book. We're getting into mechanical engineering, electronical engineering. There's so many I'm not going to mention because it's in this book. All right? Get your copy of this book. At least volume 1 if you're looking for anything. Some of you guys may be looking into, let me see here. It talks about educational requirements, credential. So you might want to go into pharmacy. So how many want to go into pharmacy? Somebody want to be a physician or a surgeon. Here's the requirement. Here's the license. Here's all the professional organization that you be part of because that relates to that, what? Skill. All right? Why does it matter? It covers that. Understand today's workforce, how to use this book. And if you understand how to use this book, you know how to use volume 2, volume 3, volume 4. Okay? The future of the workforce trend and major employers. It talks about, matter of fact, behavioral health under healthcare, nursing, dentistry, pharmacy, emergency medical services, home health care, rehabilitation service, healthcare administration, talks about all that. But that's just a little bit I wanted to touch base with you on. I'm not going to cover it all because we already talked about this book at great length earlier. So I'm going to put this one down. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to put it down. And it tells you about the definite degree program. Good Lord. I lost sleep. Now, we're going to skip volume 2 because volume 2 have not gotten here. But I want you to experience, volume 3. Look for that 3. When you go on Amazon, we have volume 1, 2, and 3, all under the same title. All under the same title. Okay? So let's talk about this book in detail just a little bit. Chesterfield County, Virginia Career Guide is volume 3, your comprehensive source for career exploration, education, certification, and success in today's dynamic workforce. Okay? So whether you're a high school student exploring career options, I was one of them, college student planning your future, a military veteran transition to civilian employment, a job seeker pursuing new opportunities, or a professional looking to advance your career, this book, the Chesterfield County, Virginia Career Guide, Volume 3, is your tool. It is your practical roadmap to success. I'm thinking about road march. I'm thinking infantry again. And it's not that expensive. It's very cost-effective, efficient for what it has inside. Okay? Now, this comprehensive career guide explored dozens of rewarding careers paths across business, government, hospitality, entrepreneurship, and workforce development while providing information you need to make informed educational and professional decisions. Inside this volume, you will discover careers in business financing. Business and financing. Man, we need such an education on financial literacy. I think the public schools need to add an additional course that is mandatory from 10th through 12 on financial literacy. Not just math, adding an algebra and trig, but in financing. Basic fundamentals financing, bookkeeping, keeping your check. Because I've seen more people screw up who are good in math, but they're good in budgeting. They're terrible in budgeting. Okay, next one. Banking and financial services. Many of you may work in a lot of banking industries and institutions, local banks. Some of you providing financial services. Some of you are in the insurance business or looking to get into the insurance business opportunities. Some may be looking for careers in human resources. Now, human resources cover a spectrum of opportunities across industry because you need every industry needs humans, a resource, okay? Marketing and sales, another one of my biggies, okay? Entrepreneurship and small business ownership. Beauty and cosmetology, that's what I'm hitting, of course, my wife background, because she served in the business, in the beauty and cosmetology side of the industry straight out of high school. Barber and aesthetics, okay? You want to be a barber or you want to work with beautifying someone's skin? Opportunities. What it entails us, what it requires. What's the credentials requirements? Does it require a license? How do I start a business? Or how do I obtain employment? Things you want to take in consideration. Restaurant and hospitality management, done that too. Hotels and event management. Retail management. Local government careers. State government careers. Federal government careers. Military career, a little bit there. Veterans employment opportunities. Career development and professional growth. Well, I may touch on that a little bit later on. I'm just going to give you a synopsis an idea of the following careers that's within this book that can be helping you if you're a designer within those industries. Okay? If you have, I put, like I said, a lot of systematic details in this book. Each chapter provides valuable information, including the following: career description and daily responsibilities, educational requirements, certification and license information, salary expectation. Hey, this is all about getting paid. How much is what I'm going to get? How would it be would I earn enough to provide for my family and live a quality of life that is suitable? Okay, things you got to take notice. Right? All right. Employment outlook, professional organizations. We'll talk about that later. Essential workplace skills, artificial intelligence application. How does this apply to AI? How do these industries utilize AI? How can you utilize AI in your career field that help increase and improve efficiency? Technology trends, and I'm telling you there's a lot of trends that are changing. Leadership development, entrepreneurship opportunities, career advancement strategies. I'm going to say that again, career advancement strategies. When I was in the military, serving as an officer or NCO, the military already have, based on, depending on where you want to go, a structure of strategies that you have to accomplish if you want to reach certain goals, certain promotional levels, certain jobs, careers that you were looking for within that field. So this guide also will give you some advanced strategies to help you. In today's rapidly changing workforce, success requires more than simply finding a job. Can I get a witness? Employers seek professionals who possess technical knowledge, leadership skills, adaptability, ethical decision-making, and commitment to lifelong learning. How many of you are committed to lifelong learning? Please give a like in the chat. This guide equips readers with practical knowledge to prepare for today's career while anticipating the opportunities of tomorrow. Written by yours truly, Reverend Dr. Antonio Arnold, and I'm an educator. I'm a retired military veteran, okay, medically retired, entrepreneur. I've been a pastor. I've been a business owner. I'm an author of more than 75 books and still growing. This guide reflects decades of my experience in the military, my leadership, federal government services, business management, workforce development, sales, entrepreneurship, education, and ministry. That's how broad my experience is, okay? So whether your goal is to become a business executive, entrepreneur, government employee, restaurant manager, hospitality professional, military leader, financial advisor, or small business owner, this guide will help you understand the pathway to success. This book is perfect for high school students. It's perfect for college students, parents, career counselors, workforce development professionals, military veterans, okay? Career changers, to people who are looking for different careers, workforce development professionals, all right? Adult learners, job seekers, teachers and educators, librarians, and workforce centers. Through this book, you're going to explore opportunities, build valuable skills, prepare for success. Your future starts today with this book, Chesterfield County, Virginia Career Guide, Volume 3. A trusted resource for careers, explorations, education, certification, lifelong professional achievement. That's what this book is all about. I don't see any competition to this book. I really don't. I really don't. And so that's fine, because we all need a tool that will take us to the next level and within our careers. Because the bottom line, you need a place to live that's comfortable. You need a place that's safe for your children. You need reliable transportation, correct? You want to look presentable, do you? Well, how are you going to do that if you have nothing? Well, I'm glad you asked, because that's what this book is all about. So let's take a look at the first, just a few careers. Now, this book is broken down into a number of parts. We have part 1 that talks about business and finance, okay? Business and finance. And within business and finance, accounting, banking, insurance, human resource, marketing, sales, entrepreneurship, small business ownership. Those are the first 8 chapters in part 1 dealing with business and finance. And part 2, beauty, hospitality, and retail. Let's look at the breakdown. In chapter 9, and I'm just going to go on, cosmetology, barbering, aesthetics, restaurants, hotels, event planning. Again, retail management. That's part 2. And in part 3, we got government careers, from local government, state government, federal government, military careers, veterans employment. That's the government career part 3. Part 4 includes, which is part of career development, writing a winning resume. How many of you know how to write a winning resume? I can tell you, writing a winning resume could be the most frustrating adventure of all times, because every industry has a certain look that they're looking for, or credentials that they're looking for within that resume. And you may have a most glamorous resume, most awesome resume, but when they read it, they're looking for certain things. And they'll see either you have those points that they're looking for, or you don't have what they're looking for, unfortunately. Every resume that is a winning resume must have a cover letter. A cover letter is very important. And this book, which is chapter 22, talks about those cover letters. Okay? You got to have it. Interviewing process. Now, this process has, I'm not going to use the word destroyed on this case, but it has discriminated a lot of people from being considered. Just the interview process. So I'll tell you, if you want to, I'm trying to think of the word I want to use for this place. If you want to divide a strong from the weak, or the most qualified from the least qualified, have an interview with them. If you're not prepared for an interview, the chance of you obtaining employment is slim. And the higher pay, the less prepared you are, that affects your paycheck, your future paycheck. And it will. I can start off with an interview after I introduce myself, my position within the company, and my colleagues who are also interviewing you. And I can say, by golly, tell us about yourself. And then you start off, once upon a time, I'm from this land over here, and I moved down to Texas, and then I bought this house over here, and then I got married to Susie again, and I have 5 kids, and then you tell them, by golly, Wally, and I also used to do plumbing work at the mill for 20 years, and they look at each other, and look at you, and it's like, what is the heck this guy's talking about? You always said, first, you only get one impression. You got one impression to win. You lost. you lost. Okay? Don't always prepare for an interview. There's books out there. My book covers a little bit of it too. There's videos out there to help you articulate who you are. Not enough, in my opinion, is done in the public school arena and college arena to prepare future graduates for a wonderful and industrial successful career. I really believe that. I believe that. I really believe that. Because I was one of them. Nobody ever told me what to say, how to say it, and when to say it. And I struggled putting a resume together. And the people I thought when I was at the university helped me put my resume together didn't really give me a really good insight. Some stuff I already knew, okay, from reading books. But I bounced back once I learned. Once I learned to do better, I done better. And I got accepted in the job right off the bat. Because you got to build it. Yeah, first of all, you got to believe in yourself. First of all, you got to believe in yourself. You got to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in yourself. Okay? That's the thing they're looking at. You have confidence in yourself. Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in your skills? Yes, I'm a graduate from Liberty Baptist Theological Seminary, Liberty University. Have a hold of Master of Theology, Master of MDiv. I also have a Master of Religious Education. I also graduated from Virginia State University, where my major was industrial technology and my minor was military science. I also hold a number of certifications, including artificial intelligence, business management, restaurant management, and I have served our country, the United States Army and Air Force, combined 22 years. And after that 22 years, I served in the Bureau of Prison 3.5 years, where I have been instrumental in streamlining and improving the front desk operation, not to mention saving a life of an inmate who was preparing to kill himself, using crisis intervention, which I studied when I was in seminary to become a chaplain. Plus, I have served 3.5 years as hospital chaplain, and I was preparing to also been accepted into the Army chaplaincy, just to name a few. You may not have remembered everything in that order, but you speak with confidence that you know, only you know what you've done. Only you can say these things. I'm not afraid to tell people I have written 78 books that covers a world of dynamic and human life. And this is one of them. I wrote a book called The Art of Filing for Veterans Disability Benefits to help what? Our soldiers, our veterans. I have written a book that's called We Are Living in the Finished Work of Christ. God saved Jesus. God saved Jesus. There it is right here. And see, I'm just screwing up too. God draws, Jesus saved, and the Holy Spirit seals. There you go. If I don't say something long enough, there it is. Here's the book. I wrote this book back in 2008. It was published in 2008. I've been writing this book ever since 1999. Called A World of Theology in here. World of Theology. I have written a number of texts to help. What else? Professional networking. LinkedIn. LinkedIn in chapter 24 talks about the connection with social media called LinkedIn. LinkedIn is not your Facebook. LinkedIn is a tool to be considered. You'd be amazed of the offers I've been receiving, not just from ministry, for chaplain or hospital or clinical services, every day. And it feels great not to be in a hurry, not to be in need. I'm retired. I don't want to get up in the morning and fight traffic. But if I have to, okay, I'll be definitely making sure that I will be able to answer those calls. Okay? But LinkedIn is a very professional network of social media where you present yourself, build your resume through that social media platform. Matter of fact, you can take tests on Microsoft, certain certifications that provide to confirm confirm your credentials. You may have a C++. Okay, here's a test on C++. Prove that you know what you're talking about. Some of them may be black, let's say in logistics, black belt, red belt. Hell, I ain't talking about black belt and red belt karate. I'm talking about distribution management. And there's a certification for that. And that's a postgraduate certification. And there's plenty more. But you want to have some of your best credentials and experience conveyed through LinkedIn. And I do it all the time. I do some marketing on it, digital marketing through there as well. I just have fun. So professional networking, being with, like, say, depending on your skills, depending on your credentials, medical doctors will be associated with medical doctors. So psychologists may be connected with the American Psychological Association. This name just went off the head, but that's how I remember. Those things you'd like to be part of to help you grow. Okay? Salary negotiation. How to negotiate salary. How much are you worth? How much are your skill is your skill worth to an employer or a potential employer? What other credentials do you have? What else can you tell me about yourself? What else that you have that my companies need or my institution needs that will help solve our problem in a more efficient way? What kind of leadership skills do you have? Yes, leadership is a skill. I gained most of my leadership abilities through the United States Army, United States Army ROTC, United States Army JROTC, and the United States Air Force and Air National Guard in that order. Leadership is leadership. I've been a restaurant manager. I've been a sales manager. Sure have. And it's all about getting that task complete. And the last, it talks about me as an author, my background, and why I wrote this book. So let's talk about banking. I know it's going to hit a nerve here, somebody nerve who's watching. Let's talk about banking. What does it take to be a banker, to have a good banking career? Because banks are everywhere. We need banks. We need loans. We need an institution that provides transaction services for us. So let's take a look. And right here, got it right here on page 29. I'm just going to read one and then I'm done. Banking is one of the foundational pillars of the global economy. Banks and other financial institutions provide the service that individual businesses, nonprofit organizations, and government rely upon to what? Save money, obtain loans, finance homes and businesses, process payment, invest capital, manage risk, support economic growth. Every day, billions of financial transactions occur through banks, making banking industry essential to commerce and financial stability. I forgive me for this, guys. I missed one sentence, but that's okay. I'm infantry. We're going to keep on moving. Banking professionals perform a wide range of responsibility that extends far beyond accepting deposits and cashing checks. Do you know that being a banking professional is more than just deposits and cashing checks? It really is. They assist customers with financial planning, mortgage lending, commercial lending. How many of you guys ever obtained a commercial loan or a startup loan? You're looking at it. Okay? Wealth management, investment services, fraud prevention, treasurer management, digital banking, regulatory compliance, and business development. Whether it's serving individual customers or large corporations, banking professionals, and I'm talking about all of them, help clients achieve financial security and organization success. Bottom line. So they're more than just somebody that's a cashier, over-the-road cashier. They're not cashiers that make deposits and withdrawals. They're more than that. They're professionals to know what they are doing. Okay? And just throughout Chesterfield County and Greater Richmond area, the Commonwealth of Virginia and the United States, bank employs thousands of professionals in retail banking, commercial banking, investment banking, mortgage lending, credit analysis, compliance, cybersecurity, wealth management, financial advising, and executing what? Leadership. Let's skip a couple of pages because I want you to read that yourself. So what is banking? In a nutshell, banking is a business of accepting deposits, providing loans, facilitating financial transactions, managing investments, okay, safeguarding assets, delivering financial services that support individuals, business, and broader economy. Without bank, our economy will tank. We wouldn't have an economy without bank. Every country throughout the world has a banking system. Banking system goes as far back, and I'm going as a history buff too, goes far back as the Roman era and the Greco era. Even goes back to the ancient Israel era. Minting coins goes that far back. Okay? Bank professionals perform Banking professionals perform responsibilities are such. Open customers' accounts. Process financial transactions. Evaluate loan applications. Analyze credit worthiness. That's important. Assist with financial planning. Manage investments. Detect fraud. Ensure regulatory compliance. Support commercial clients. Process mortgage applications. Develop customer relationship. Promote financial products and services. Their work strengthens financial institutions while helping customers achieve personal and business financial goals. That's their bottom line. That's why they're here. Why choose a career in banking, you ask? Well, I can answer that question for you. Here's some benefits. Strong employment demand. They need you. Competitive salaries. Excellent health care and retirement benefits. Stable career opportunities. You live in an area you have to commute and you want to work in a bank that's close to your home so you can make sure your children get to school on time. This book can help. Leadership development. Professional certifications. And they have a few I can't even think of the word. I'll leave it at that. Professional development seminars. They be gone for a week, come back with new ideas to run and manage the bank. Opportunities in every community, technology-driven work environment, clear advancement pathway, diverse specialization options. All because you start off as a front desk clerk or a cashier or the ones who handle deposits and withdrawals and all the transactions. You may see opportunity as a loan manager. Okay, business manager or something like that. And we'll go into that. So what does it requires for, to become a teller? You want to be a bank teller? Here it is. And this is what you're going to do. This is your responsibility with bank tellers. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, if you're watching. Process deposit and withdrawals. Cash checks. Balance cash drawers. Verify customer identification. Promote banking services. Provide customer assistance. Education requirement. A high school diploma. On-the-job training is typically provided. Typical salary, Now that's going to be debated, and I'm fine with that. $40,000 to $55,000 a year. I'm going to say that again. And now that depends on geographics too, because if you're living in a higher cost of living area, of course the salary is going to be much higher. So typical salary is $40,000 to $55,000 a year annually. Now let's talk about bank branch manager. I have no individual who served as a bank branch manager. Okay. Now the bank branch manager job is to oversee daily banking operations. That's their job. Customer service, personal management, sales performance, regulatory compliance. That's a must. They need to know about that regulatory compliance. So, supervise employees, manage branch operations, monitor financial performance, ensure regulatory compliance. That's a must. Develop business relations, lead customer service initiative. Their salary can range, and I'm really going on a limb here with this information, because it varies depending on your geographic area. $90,000 to what? $150,000. Okay. Now, I haven't seen anything that requires a degree yet. Degree is okay. It can help you say, hey, you're coachable. We'll consider you. Okay? Now, let's go to banking executives. Banking executives, a very important job. Okay? Banking executive provides strategic leadership. You know you have to know something about strategies, strategic leadership for regional or national financial institution. For regional and national financial institution. Responsibility of the banking executives. Their responsibility as follows. Strategic planning. Short-term, long-term, distant future. What we got going for the first quarter got to be planned out. This is what we're going to do for this quarter. This is what we're going to do for this quarter. This is what we're going to expect our expectation for this quarter. Okay? We need X amount of loan applications filled out. We need new customers. We need X amount of mortgages. Whoever signed three commercial loans will get a bonus today. I'm just throwing stuff out because I'm thinking, you got to think what they are. Okay? Regulatory leadership. That means you got to know the regulations. Risk management. You got to do a risk assessment every time, making sure there's no fraud taking place. Okay? Security of your personnel. Make sure every transaction is legitimate transaction. Okay? Organization growth, executive decision making. Salary, $180,000 to $350,000 plus. Not a bad deal. Plus bonuses and perks. Not a bad deal at all. Doesn't require, I don't remember seeing anything about a college degree. If you're customer service oriented and you want to learn, the company will train you as you go and show leadership. You show leadership, you apply for the job, boom. And you see yourself as a bank executive, you work that ladder to get there. Okay? But your efficiency's got to be a top notch. Efficiency has to be there. Daily responsibility, banking professional may assist customers, process financial transaction, evaluate loan application, analyze financial documents, analyze financial documents, correction. Open new accounts, that's very important. Detect fraudulent activity, that's very important in this day and age. Prepare financial reports, meet regulatory requirements, promote financial products. See, I just did a promotion right there. Manage investments, conduct client meetings, participate in professional development, and that's ongoing, ladies and gentlemen. If you like to do professional development within your branch, within your organization, your industry, you're going places, okay? Every day required professionalism, financial knowledge, attention to detail, and excellent customer service. I'm a customer at one particular branch, not far. I opened it right in my hometown in Petersburg. I love the service, and it is consistent no matter where I go. Okay? Very consistent. And that's why I'm still my money is still being deposited every week, every other month at that institutional bank. Okay? and they always answer my question without having an issue. They take care of it. Know me by name. Typical work setting: commercial bank, community bank, credit union, investment banks, mortgage companies, wealth management firms, Federal Reserve banks, corporate financing bank departments, financial technology companies, government financial agency. That's true. I've been to a few of those. Online banking organization, financial consulting firm. Many bank professionals work in modern office environment, while hybrid and remote positions continue to expand. Now, there are specializations within banking. There is specialization. Retail banking, commercial banking, corporate banking, investment banking, mortgage banking, consumer banking, wealth management, private banking, treasury management, risk management, credit analysis, financial compliance. These specializations allow banking professionals to develop expertise and service specific customers and organization needs. I'm not finished, still more. Now, we'll get into the education part of here, though. But I have not seen where it said you are required to have. But it's good to have, though. It's good to have. Central skills are required. Take notes or buy this book. You got to have good communication skills when working with the public. And that's in any industry. And I really believe that. You want to have good communication skills. It's a must. You want to provide good customer service. That's come from through experience. Financial analysis. You want to have some knowledge on financial analysis. Okay? Sales and relationship building. Because we're all about our customer acquisition through relationship building. Whether it be a local client who wants to open up an account for his child, or a big conglomerate business or company who wants to make a open up an account for in which they can try and do transaction internationally. Have at it. Okay, they also have skill in problem solving. That's a must. Ethical judgment. You definitely want to have some experience in that. Attention to details. Mathematical proficiency. That's when this mathematics that you took while in high school should pay off. Okay, you got A and B in it, and you took basic math, and you could just add, subtract, divide, algebra equations. You go ahead with your eyes closed. Well, that's when it comes to play. Critical thinking. We need to do more of that. Critical thinking. Technology proficiency. Know something about computer operations. Because guess what? That monitor those monitors that you're going to be typing this information for your customers that pull up on the drive-through or come right through the front hallway, you're going to have a computer that's have a software toward this bank, and you're going to create either start a new account or do a transaction. So you have to have some type of computer literacy. I can't emphasize that enough. That's a must. It is a must. Organization and leadership is a must. Banking professional must build customer trust while ensuring financial accuracy. Attention to detail. And regulatory compliance. Because we want to be in compliance to all regulatory, whether it be FCC, and I'm getting into something else. I don't want to get there because that can open a whole new curve where I'm not even going to say it. But there's a lot of stuff I know. I don't want to say it. But anyway, so what kind of education, license, and professional development that you need to have to be successful in banking? Well, number one, you need a high school diploma for entry-level banking position. That gets you right in the door, okay? Associate degree in business and finance is a great thing. Another thing, bachelor's degree in finance, business administration, accounting, economics, or related field is a strong thing. A master's degree or MBA, a master of business administration, or a master of finance is another good for executive leadership role. So if you already had a master in or an MBA or a Master of Finance, I will be looking at that. My goal, long-term goal, is to be that executive, banking executive, branch manager, banking executive. Hey, I'm going to the top. If I'm going to go through stress, I might as well get paid for it. But you want to make sure you have credentials. That's going to take place. And that answers the question about credentials. Because even though it says it's not required, but it's good to have if you want to reach those positions. Okay. Personal certification includes Certified Financial Planner, CFP. Chapter Financial Analyst, CFA. Certified Treasury Professional, CTP. Certified Anti-Money Laundering Specialist, CAMS. And there have been plenty of that going on. Financial Risk Manager, FRM. Security Industrial Essential, SIE, or Sierra India Echo. FINRA, Security License, Series 6, Series 7, Series 63, Series 65, Series 66, depending on job responsibility. You want to have all that. Anytime you have an opportunity, before you get too deep in family, you start trying to get some professional development, much professional development while you're working at that branch as much as possible, and work your way through the ranks. Because the military requires to do that. If you want to make a certain rank, which is certain pay, responsibility, increased responsibility, you have to do professional development. It is a must. Same thing with any federal agency that I have worked for, including the Department of Veterans Affairs. They're required continued learning if you want to get somewhere. Equipment and software technology, desktop, laptop computers, cash handling equipment, currency counter, secure vault system, mobile banking device, video conference system. Technology, of course, banks use artificial intelligence. Don't tell me they're not, they are. Banking, digital banking, mobile payment system, I love it. Blockchain technology, I love it. I went to college for that too. Open banking, cybersecurity enhancement, robotic processing automation. RPA is here already. Biometric authentication is here already. Predictive financial analysis, which goes back to AI, guys. When AI scared of this big monster, they're going to get me. No, it's not. It is a tool to do what is called predictive financial or analysis. Whether it be financial, whether it be industry, other industries, we want to know what's going to happen before it happens, based on history. Digital identity verification. I have knocked out a couple of myself. Why? I have a veteran who don't know how to do it, needs some help, came to me and said, hey, could you help me with my digital identification verification so I can have access to my account? Sure, let's do it together, and that way you'll do it. Get it done. You got to take a picture of the driver's license, front, back, then you got to do one selfie of himself. It's that simple. He did the work. All I did was help them, coach him along the way. And he's done. He's just as happy as Jaybird. Okay, real-time payment network. I know the money's gone. It's gone that quick. Professionals who embrace technology and innovation will remain highly competitive. I'm going to say that again. Professionals who embrace technological innovation will remain highly competitive in the rapidly evolving financial service industry. I am 61 years old, brothers and sisters. And I'm always embracing innovation to improve my overall mindfulness, in this, as I would say, understanding of the big picture. I'm always finding ways to learn more innovation within technology so I can help others. Artificial intelligence in banking. Artificial intelligence is transforming banking by improving what? Customer service, fraud detection, And they can take it right on a dime, too. If you notice, a lot of fraud is dropping. Credit analysis. They will know right off the bat, based on your spending habits, you pay your bills, looking at your credit report, whether you qualify for this loan or you don't, within seconds. Microseconds. Loan processing. Investment management. Cybersecurity. Regulatory compliance and financial forecasting. It's quicker. It's faster. It's faster than the regular data of old traditional network World Wide Web stuff. Okay? It just like it's on steroids. So what does it do? It does all that plus more. It even supports the executive in making financial decisions. It can help you as a CEO or CFO making those decisions. Or just a customer who say, hey, I'm a farmer. All I want to know is this particular time of the day, time of the year, next 3 years, what's the outlook in my industry in growing corn. And they'll tell you based on data, known data. Okay? That's why history wins. Although AI provide improved operation efficiency, banking professionals remain responsible for ethical decisions, regulatory compliance. You need a human being. Customer relationship, AI can't do it. Safeguarding financial assets. So when you're looking at career in banking, I'm just going for one career in my book. You can read the rest when you order the book on Amazon. Career advancement as such, banking professionals may advance into positions such as senior personnel banking, loan manager, commercial banking manager, wealth management director. Don't let me walk in there with a few $1 million. Regional bank manager, vice president of banking, chief lending officer, chief financial officer, chief executive officer, financial consultant, course professional certification, advanced education, leadership experience, demonstrate performance, support long-term career advancement. Bottom line, entrepreneurship opportunity. Here's some, in case you, let's say, well, I've been in banking for 20 years and I want to do something different. I want to own my own business. Well, you can be a financial consultant practice. That give you some insight on that. Wealth management firm, mortgage broker, financial planning business, business lending consultant, credit counseling service, investment advisory firm, financial education company, okay? Fintech startup or financial technology startup company. Small business consultant practice. There's a need for consultants, okay? But that comes from knowing what you're doing, why you're doing it. You got to know what you're doing. Entrepreneurship enables banking professionals to serve individual, business, nonprofit organizations, investors, while contributing to financial literacy and economic development. And there, of course, it lists the ethical responsibility, the future outlook of banking, and, of course, summary. And there, I love this part. They can put a little flyer right there to give you some insight about the banking careers, and that way you can look at it, have fun with it. Whoops. And it's right there. There's a lot to the banking industry. I had no idea that is available. So let's get ready to go into insurance career. And I've done that too. I dabble into insurance, have my license and everything. But I'm here to tell you guys, this book covers a great deal. I already covered what's in this book a little bit. And I think that's enough. There's plenty of data and information in here that's already been correlated specifically for the career or the industry. So you definitely want to get your hands on this book. Definitely will be blessed by it if you're looking for a career in this book, based on this book, or based on this book. Okay? There's sky's the limit. There's no limit except it's up to you. And this is just volume 1, volume 3. Volume 2 will be here tomorrow. I wrote it and I stand by it. I did my homework. And it's worth every cent. Order this book on Amazon today. Hey, get yourself volume 1 and volume 2 today. And volume 3. Matter of fact, get volume 1, 2, and 3. And volume 4 is already starting to become available in Europe. Of course, yes, my books are selling in Europe right now. My book is sold. Matter of fact, when I woke up this morning, 6 books are already sold. People are looking. People want to know. People looking for different things. And I just provide the platform for them. And all you have to do is read it. And it's something that's not going to run out of batteries because it's paper. Now speaking of batteries, if you want a digital copy of this book, or ebook, what's called an ebook, it is also available in volume 1 through 4 on Amazon.com. All you have to do is type in my name, Antonio Arnold, and here to tell you guys, you'll see it. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this for you, since we're talking about this particular book, but you can also purchase and look at other books. Some of you may not be interested in becoming branch manager, branch executive, or working in any bank, but you may be interested in the insurance industry. You may be interested in the information technology industry. You may be interested in the plumbing industry. You may be interested in a number of industries that is available. You may be interested in sales. Hey, sales get paid very good too. I've been in sales. I know a guy who, while I was working for Southern Chevrolet Buick and Cadillac, and he was working at the Dominion location in Richmond, and that guy ranks over, he always salesman of the month. He's always making over 100 G a year. He always go on vacation. People will not talk to anyone unless he's there. That's his loyalties of his customers. Okay? You got folks who own businesses that looks only for this one guy. Nobody else. So that tells the trust they have and credibility of that customer and the impression that individual. You have to have customer relation skills. You have to have skills that's beyond just showing up. Okay? But I just want to share a few things with you guys. I'm going to put this out here too. What's in this book? I mean, that's a great deal of career growth, professional development in all of my books I have written so far. I mean, if you want something in theology, I mean, we got the book. I got the book for you. You want something about military or veterans benefits? I got it. Something in theology? I got it. Something that'll give you some instructions? I got it. You want to learn just basic stuff about history? I have it. So I got you covered. I got you covered. All you have to do is come get it. Like I said, I mean, I wrote this book. I even have a few coloring books for kids. So I wrote something a little bit for something of all ages. There's nothing out there that I have not can create and put together for all ages. That could be a beneficial benefit for you and your family. All you have to do is take a look. Give me a chance, take a look, make the decision yourself. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. Get your copy today, okay? You got to order online. These only two just to have, just for show, for a showpiece. And that's it, because I'm not going to build an inventory of them. But you can just order online. If you need help ordering, I can help you with that. And that way it comes to your house. And there is a shipping handling charge. There is a tax. We got to pay Caesar. We got to get the Commonwealth of Virginia and the federal government their due, okay? Because I want my roads straight. I demand more when I see my roads in good shape. So anyway, guys, you all have a great day. And on behalf of my wife and I, Sheila and myself, we appreciate you. We love you. Appreciate your support and our effort to get the word out on a number of topics that can help our fellow men and women. Amen? Amen. Because that's what we're supposed to do as Christians. You know, we've got to love enough to share. And this is how I'm sharing it, okay? And some of you, already know me. I have really been there for you, and I have never let you down. So, guys, take a look at this book. You owe it to yourself. Anyway, this is Reverend Dr. Antonio Arnold, a.k.a. Beast Mode, Airborne, signing off. Airborne. God bless you. May House 7 smile upon you.